My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school hockey, coming to you from the Wex in Cadillac.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the post-game show. Jeff Castillo along with Bill Dooley. And Jeff, just a fantastic high school hockey game.
Can't ask for a better game than that, including the overtime. Action both ways, scoring both ways, chances, good goaltending.
Oh, yeah.
Just great overall hockey game.
When you look at the goaltending, Connor Swaffer had a couple phenomenal saves in that one 2-minute power play that they had. And then you look at Jimmy Bolanowski, and you called it, Jeff. He's coming in cold. He has to stop Derek Tonello on a breakaway, and then the rebound as he's on his back, he picks it out of midair. I mean, that was the game-saving save right there by Jimmy Bolanowski.
Yeah, exactly. And, boy, what a lift for his team when he made that save. We were in sudden death at that point, so it would have been over. All
right, Jeff, let's get a little recap on all of our scoring then.
Okay, so Alpena opened up the scoring tonight. Number 3, Colby Plowman, scored from Kyle Van Dusen. That made it 1-0. Alpena came right back with Kyle Van Dusen scoring an unassisted goal. And Cadillac finished up the scoring in the first period. Number 10, Alan Shear, with Hayden Watkins on the assist, made it 2-1 at the end of one period. Shots on goal were Alpena 11 and Cadillac 2 in that first period. Alpena opened the second period scoring right away within about the first 15 seconds of the period. That was Kyle Van Dusen again. Owen Limback and Colby Plowman were on the assist.
That was kind of a theme tonight with Alpena scoring right off the bat in the second and the third period.
Yeah, exactly. And then Derek Tonello came back and made it 3-2 with an assist from David Carpenter. There were a couple penalties in that period, but no power play goals of any kind on that one. And then the shots on goal evened out a little bit, where Cadillac outshot them 8-7 that period, for a two-period total of 10 for Cadillac and 18 for Alpena. Alex Cosbit opened up the scoring in the third period. An assist from Kyle Van Dusen, who had an absolutely incredible game tonight. It was just fun to watch his skill and his determination. His speed, everything about him, I would say definitely the player of the game by far.
Yeah.
He was in on all 4 goals for the Wildcats. Yeah. Jacob Kastriak then had an unassisted goal for Cadillac that made it 4-3. That ensued a goalie change after that little bouncer from the middle. And then Ian Lilly on a little breakaway there that he ended up getting it past Jimmy Bolanowski, with Austin Pendrick on the assist. That tied it up at 4-4 and eventually ended up sending it into overtime. No scoring, obviously, in the overtime period. That's how we ended up in the 4-4 tie.
Yeah, that was a great overtime period. There was a lot of excitement. Alpena had probably the most of the time in the offensive zone, but Cadillac had some chances there in overtime.
Oh, absolutely. I would like to make one more plug for our sponsors. For our game tonight, we have Napa, we have Pizza Plus, and we have Cadillac Tire. And a big thank you to our sponsors to help bring you this sports presentation. Bill?
And we want to thank our crew here tonight, our 26 Sports and CCTV crew. Our director tonight was Wyatt Van Dynen. We have J.P. Creed right there on camera number 1. We had Remington Hernandez on camera number 2, and we also had Isabeau Granados on camera number 3. And Jeff, we had mentioned that was their first game for hockey, and what a thriller for them. I bet you they're going to be hooked now.
Yeah, how could you not be?
Right. We want to let everybody know that our next broadcast will be a week from tonight. That'll be December 8th, and that'll be against Livonia Franklin. And you and I will be here for that coverage. Should be a good one. We want to thank everybody for watching tonight's broadcast of tonight's game. Once again, the final score here from the Wex and Cadillac, the Cadillac Vikings 4 and the Alpena Wildcats 4. Good night, everyone.
Good night.